What's up, guys? Good morning, yo. It is April 22nd. It is a Wednesday, April 22nd. I had to think about the day for a second because nobody's left their house in months now, and my days are all blending together. What's up, guys? Good morning. Sorry, I had to plug in my microphone this morning. What's up, team? Hope y'all are doing well today. Alright, guys, so, alright, SPY is up today. I mean, we're still not effectively rebounded at all from this big drop yesterday and the day before, with oil being down yesterday and the day before. It's probably what I'm looking at. It's probably bouncing back a little bit. I mean, it needs to. There's not much else for it to drop. There's not much room for it to drop anymore. But you can see we're slightly bouncing back. Market is at 276.90 on the SPY itself. Gapping up from 273.04, so it's up about $3.84, 86 cents. $3.86. So we'll see what happens here with the market itself. Yeah, guys, what's up, team? Music is loud? My bad, bro. Here, I'll fix it. Alright, I got you. Hold on. I'm just going to turn it all the way down, and then I'm going to turn it back up a little bit on this end. That should be noticeably better. Let me know if that's better. That should be noticeably better. Let me know if it's... Let me know if it's still too loud, but again, that should be noticeably better to where, you know, it should be fine now. Alright, guys, let me catch up. What's up, Corey, Big Baller, Daniel, MP, Wes, Bubba. Bubba got beats. We got two Bubbas. Okay, MP, Emmanuel, Jay, Netron, Scott. What's up, team? Good morning, guys. Let me know what the music volume is like. I can fix it. I can check it on my phone if I really need to. But, sorry. Let me check this. I'm gonna have to mute it real quick. Yeah, that should work fine. It's too low. I mean, I could turn it up a little bit more, but not much. It should be a little bit better. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. What's up, Tiny? Hey, congrats. Start a new job today. Alright, guys. Whew, man. I'm up, finally. Yeah, I'm up. Whew, man. Alright, guys. So we can start looking up some movers here. Had to take a few sips of coffee before I really wake up this morning. Whew. Alright, first one we're looking up is SAEX. I did get a lot more sleep last night as opposed to the day before. Oh, if you guys saw me, I did end the day much more green than I ended the stream yesterday. So I still ended the stream up. I think it was like $30, but I did have a few trades after the stream. I actually uploaded all of them to my Instagram. And so it was about 6 minutes long. And I fast forwarded through some of them, but I did trade after the stream yesterday. And I could show you for the most part, because I record everything. Let me see a smaller way to put this. So yeah, I did trade after the stream yesterday. Eventually I just deleted myself. You guys can see that just by P&L. That's all you really need to see. I took a few fades, made $100, and then I took a little bit smaller sizing with 500 shares and made made another $90 or so. Ended the day up $237 yesterday. So $237. I just wanted to show you guys the quick video. The whole thing's on my Instagram if you want to see it. The clip through version is on my Instagram. The fast forwarded version. You could even see me taking pictures of it to add. But yeah, that's it right there. So I did end up a nice $237 yesterday. So there's that. But so yeah, so SAEX gapping up. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst behind this. It looks like this is first quarter earnings, and I'll go ahead and read some of this, but what I'm looking at is they were awarded a $27 million project in Greece is the first news release that came out, and that's probably the most popular news release that came out. They also, it looks like they dropped first quarter earnings, but the big news today is, I'll have to go through and read this because I don't see anybody that's actually reporting on that, so maybe it's not, but the big news today is that they received a $27 million project in Greece, a new contract, a $27 million contract for SAEX, gapping up again from $1.14 roughly to $2.86. Shout out to my man Captain J, Cav Fishing Adventures. I appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, bro. Oh, also shout out to all the other subs. Sorry, Michael. All the other ones. Antone, man, I can't pronounce some of these, man. But appreciate the subscribes, guys. Thank you. Alright, but yeah, that's SAEX gapping up after that $27 million contract. We also have PECK, definitely a low float stock. I can just tell by looking at this one. I wonder what the float is. The float is 3.9 million. And again, I can just tell by looking at that thing that the float is tiny for PECK. And so I am consequently not going to trade that thing. I can look up the catalyst for you guys though, but so the Peck Company Holdings and Green Bond Advisors formed a strategic bond partnership to align the cap for construction of a new solar project. That's the deal for PECK. Basically, they partnered up with another company to produce something. We'll see what happens. KOSS looks all right. BNTX. And now this one is actually moving substantially here. The float on this one is 50 million, so it's not as small and it's more expensive. And so that float is a little bit more relevant because it's more expensive, if that makes sense. So BNTX gapping up from 42.20s all the way to 54.76. Let's see if I can find the catalyst behind this one. This is BioNTech, so it's a biotech company. Obviously, it's in the name. And Pfizer announced regulatory approval from German authority Paul Ehrlich Institute to commence the first clinical trial of the COVID-19 vaccine candidates. And I'm going to go ahead and just read this whole thing. And this is from BZ Newswires, and it says, quote, BioNTech SE and Pfizer Incorporated have announced today that the German regulatory authority, the Paul-Ehrlich Institute, has approved the phase 1 and 2 clinical trial of BioNTech's BNT162 vaccine program to prevent the COVID-19 infection. BioNTech and Pfizer are jointly developing the BNT162, and the trial is the first clinical trial of a COVID-19 vaccine candidate to start in Germany, and it's part of a global development program. Pfizer and BioNTech will also conduct trials for the BNT162 in the U.S. upon regulatory approval, which is expected shortly. That's end quote. And again, that is all from BZ Newswire. So yeah, they're basically putting out a COVID-19 and they're testing it now. So we'll see what happens with BNTX. They're partnering with Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company. We also have Snap, everybody's favorite social media site. Snapchat gapping up from 1244 to 1496. And this one is up because sales beat expectations, because the expectations were lower because of the coronavirus and ad growth slowed down. But we did have better than expected sales for Snapchat, and they are gapping up to show it. Maybe I'll watch Snapchat. It depends. It makes some okay, decent momentum moves. Not really huge range, but I'll watch it. I've traded it before for Snapchat, so we'll see what happens with this one as well. We got a few other ones. The rest of the stuff's probably just going to follow the market. We got ST&G. Not seeing any catalyst really for ST&G. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. I can look at the overall market news as well today. Here's the SPY itself. Mark Cuban says he's not ready for the NBA to resume. He put that out today and quoted that. The Russian energy minister sees a global oil demand which is down by 20 to 30 million barrels per day. He saw that global oil demand is down by 20 to 30 mil barrels. Trump put out a tweet that said, quote, "I have instructed the U.S. Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all boats if they harass our ships at sea." Okay. Trump. He also said he's going to sign an executive order prohibiting immigration. I just don't think I don't think these type of talks are productive right now. Listen, I've defended him in some ways. I've also criticized him in others in the last few weeks. I don't think saying this stuff openly without any type of discretion is productive right now during this thing right now. I just don't think it's productive. I think it's unnecessary. But hey, who knows? We'll see. The director of U.S. agency key to vaccine development leaves the role suddenly amid coronavirus pandemic. So yeah, we'll see what else. We'll see if we have any actual market news. This is just kind of releases that have come out today. There's the ETF preview. Right when I say that, we have it drop. All right, I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, "Stock futures were higher ahead of the opening bell, bouncing back from a massive two-day sell-off in the energy market due to the slump in demand for oil amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Traders also looked ahead to another batch of corporate earnings, and on Tuesday, the U.S. Senate approved $484 billion in new stimulus and supported the economy in hospitals battered by the economy. Investors are also keeping an eye on earnings with Chipotle Mexican Grill, Teradyne, TER, and Texas Instruments, and USANA Health Sciences, all gapping higher following upbeat financial results. And economic data is limited to the Fed Housing Finance Agency House Price Index, which is out at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is in 18 minutes, with expectations for the February results to show a 0.4% increase according to Econoday estimates, and the prior increase was 0.3%. We can also take a look at commodities here and see what commodities are doing. The first one we can look at is oil here, so we can take a look at the U.S. oil fund, which is about break even this morning. Crude is down 3.4%. The U.S. oil fund is down about 1%. It's since rebounded a little bit though since that. Natural gas is up 1.5%. So we can look at UGAZ. Man, none of these. Let's see, is GAZ or You guys would have to tell me some other natural gas ETFs because I don't see them. But yeah. The U.S. Natural Gas Fund is down 1%. Gold is up 1.6%. You could look at gold here with GLD, which is the Spider Gold Trust. Silver is up 0.8%. And you can see the iShares Silver Trust is up a little bit as well. So basically, crude is down slightly. Natural gas is up slightly. Gold is up slightly. And the silver is up slightly. And so no huge moves today in the market. And that's the market news today. That again, the source for all of that is MT Newswires. And so we'll see what we get today. Market is slightly up amid all of this stuff. So that's what we're getting right now. Alright, sorry, let me catch back up on the chat. Sorry, I saw Tiny post. Nice. Hey, good luck, Tiny. Epidemic Sounds Bubba is where I get my music. It's Epidemic Sounds. I picked music from it. It's like a huge licensing site. But yeah, I end up picking out the beats I like and putting them on here. I've got USO in my buy list today. Never bought an oil ETF before. Yeah, and I don't know enough about him to know whether that's a good or bad idea, honestly, in this time, to be quite honest. What's up, Erica? What's up, Netron? What's up, Gold? Hey, thanks, man. Kara was actually doing better, I think. Like, she was up when I got up this morning. She was awake. And she's actually doing better today. And so, yeah, she's doing better. I hope. The results are supposed to come back today for her coronavirus test. I forgot about that. So yeah, she's doing better, I think. It's hard. Like, she's been sick. I've been kind of stepping up. But she did come outside and, like, play baseball with us yesterday. I've been taking my kids out to, like, hit a wiffle ball in the street. And so I'll bring them out into the street and we'll, like, play baseball with, like, a wiffle ball and, like, a little plastic bat, you know. So I can Great Bambino that, you know, the Sultan of SWAT that baseball up there and, you know, make my kids go chase after it. You know, show them who's real boss in there. But yeah, she came out and played with us yesterday. So I think she's feeling a little bit better. I appreciate you checking on her, though. Netflix, Fibonacci's looking real good. Can you watch Nvidia? Yeah, I'll watch it. It's a microchip stock. I've been watching a lot of microchips lately. A lot of people talking about Netflix saying whatever they said. I can go over the catalyst behind Netflix here. All right, so Netflix CEO is to get a 7.1% base salary cut in 2020 to 650,000. Netflix CEO pay ratio in 2019 was 190 to 1, as media employee total compensation was 202.9 thousand. Honestly, he's not getting paid that much. This isn't like a huge income for a CEO. I mean, I know you hear it, and you know, a 7.1% reduction means that his previous salary, base salary, was about what, 700K, a little bit over 700K. That's really not that much for a CEO of a huge company like Netflix. A lot of times CEOs are making millions and millions of dollars. So to be fair to him, it's not a huge salary relative to the other CEOs, I guess I should say. I know everybody's gonna hate him because he makes that much anyway. But okay, so yeah, it was 700K. Netflix also had a big quarter. They gained 16 million new subscribers. And I honestly think he probably said the thing about them dropping. They had good earnings that came out as well. Good first quarter results. They got new customers. I don't know if they had good first quarter results. Let me find it. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this. This is from Dow Jones Newswires this time. And it says, quote, as stock trades at record prices amid coronavirus pandemic, Netflix reveals record subscriber additions. And Netflix Incorporated revealed Tuesday that it added more than double the new subscribers it expected amid the COVID-19 for record growth. And Netflix reported the addition of 15.77 million paid subscribers globally in the first quarter. And so they reported first quarter earnings of $709 million or $157 a share, compared with $344 million or 76 cents a share in the year ago period. Revenue grew to $5.77 billion. So yeah, they had good first quarter results for Netflix, and they also had a lot of new subscriber count because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So let me catch back up. Hey, thanks, Justin. I appreciate it, man. Minus 50K a month. I could do it. I don't think so, Marksman. I don't know if it was you that asked that the other day, but somebody was asking about scalping being restricted, and it's not. And then I reached out, and I don't. Listen, you want to clarify with them to be sure, because I reached out to my contact who works with them, and this is what he said. I said, does Tefts have a new intro package rule where you can't lose over $300 in a day? And then he said, where does it say so? And I said, I didn't see it. Someone asked me in chat. They said it's for the intro specifically. Not sure if true or not. And he responded with fake news. That was his response. And so I don't think so, but it's best to reach out to them and ask them directly, because I don't work for them, you know. All right, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with Netflix. It should be an interesting day today. I think Netflix is going to drop it. I might actually watch it. Yeah, I talked a little bit about Snap. Thank you. I appreciate that, Justin and Bubba. Thanks, guys. Do you remember anyone? Paul Oakenfold? No, I have no idea who that is. MRTX is natural gas. DGAZ, GAZ. Yeah, DGAZ is the... that's what I was originally looking at, but DGAZ is the inverse natural gas ETF, so it tells me the opposite of what gas is doing, and you can see like UGAZ is doing what it actually is. All right, team. Yeah, no stress, Marksman. Like I said, reach out to them. There's definitely no scalping rule, which scared me at first. Somebody said, apparently they sent out the wrong email, or like somebody misunderstood something, and so, because like I got scared because I was like, hey, I can't scalp on my account, and they were like, nah, you're good, and I was like, okay, good, and so, but yeah, like I said, I can reach out to them and ask them, man. Oh, I have no idea, Alex. Alright, guys, so interesting day today. We'll see what we get. Should be a fun day. Alright. Which scatter should I use, or where should I go to look up some? Trade ideas is what I would use. They're legitimately... I used trade ideas before I would have... Well, before I became affiliate of them, I still use them. And so that's... I think they're the easiest to use. They're the easiest to pick up, and they're the most up to date. Like I said, I've showed people these scanners before, and they can actually be really, really useful. Like, look at this. So, for instance, let me show you guys this. Let me find it. Dang it. All right, look, check it out. I can go to this channel bar right here, right? I can go to this channel bar right here, and I can select, for instance, I can select earnings, and it shows me a full breakdown of all the earnings stocks, right? Or I can select pre-market, and I can see everything that's moving in pre-market. And I have multiple screens here, and so I'm trying to show you guys this so you can see it. Or I can see account builders, stocks that are cheap that'll help you build your account. I could see social media ripping stocks. I can see alpha stocks. I can look at explosive winners. I can look at cannabis stocks for 420. You know, there's just a lot of different sectors. Swing ideas, swing trading ideas for swing trading. You know, there's a lot of different stocks I could take a look at. And these scanners, these are all preset scanners that come with it. And so really legitimate scanners in my opinion, and really customizable. Like everything you see here is stuff that I specifically have built. Aside from this, I didn't build these gap scanners. These gap scanners came preset in another section like that, like I just showed you. But like the default scanners, you can build your own, and it's really useful. And also, if you want to use our promo code, it's a good way to help support us. Here's our promo code if you want to check it out. Good way to help support our free content here. But yeah, they're pretty legit. I like them. I've got my wife's mug. Look at it. It's a queen bee mug. Look at this. It's a queen bee mug. Don't judge me. Alright guys, but yeah, so again, market up today. We're breaking highs. Hopefully we get some momentum. I did have, let me see what my account's at. I made like a few hundred yesterday, but I traded a ton, and so I'm sure commissions kind of burned me up yesterday, but we'll see what my account is actually at. Okay, so I'm at 760s, 770s, which is still fine. I'll take that. Like I said, I traded a ton yesterday, way too much. So a few I'm specifically looking at right now that with this market move up is AMD, MU, and Nvidia. Again, I'm also going to be watching Netflix, and I'm going to be looking at Snapchat. We do have some moves with these, and so those are all stocks that I'm going to be taking a look at and watching today. Google Play receipt. What? Who's buying something? Oh, never mind. That's right. That's right, Justin. Of course, man. Alright, guys, but yeah, should be a fun day. What do you guys want to take a look at? I can look at a few of these other gap downs here and see what's going on. Like MYOV is an interesting one, I guess. I think somebody mentioned this one, and we can take a look at MYOV here as well. Gapping up and then down from 1158 all the way down to back where the previous closing price was, and then it bounced up to 1250 again. It's got a pretty big range overall, and so we can take a look at MYOV here. And I've heard this name before. I think I've traded it before, but I am watching for it. So Immunic is to develop a COVID-19 treatment, and Gilead strikes an IO partnership. Maybe it's Gilead. It's not Gillette, the best a man can get. It's Gilead. I think it's a biotech company. So basically, MYOV announced positive results from the Phase 3 Spirit 2 study evaluating once daily relugolic combination therapy in women with endometriosis and from ovulation inhibition study. I could read the results. Nobody's going to understand anything about what these results actually mean. And so with that said, the results were positive for the Phase 3 Spirit 2 study for MYOV. So it had positive study results is the reason this one is moving. We'll see what we get. We also have BLPH, which is another stock that I have looked at previously. Not that much volume to accompany this one, though. We'll see if we have anything else here. We got Chipotle, CMG, which is gapping up on good earnings. We got Bed Bath & Beyond, which is gapping up, which is surprising because it's a retail company. Maybe people are ordering more stuff for them. I don't know. NBEV, yeah, what are your expectations for the market? Will it go up? I have no idea, man. It might not. It's up already. It might fill the gap. It might continue to push up. We'll see. Really, I don't know. I'm not much of a fundamental investor, and I more so prefer to just react to what the market actually does. And so, I try not to stay super rigid with like my predicted direction. And so I don't know. Market is up today, so we are pushing up. Whether it's going to continue pushing up after the bell rings, who knows. We'll see. At the very least, I just want some momentum. Like, I just want momentum moves that I can trade off of and trade some volatility in this market. That's all I care about. It could go up, I don't care. It can go down, it doesn't matter. I think if I have an overall bias, I do want the market to go up, just because I understand that if the market drops, our economy drops, and it hurts people. And that's the reality behind it. A lot of people don't want the market to go up for whatever reason, but when the market drops, it genuinely hurts people. And so, being an American, I want the market to go up because I want the economy to do well, regardless of whether, I like the current administration or anything like that. Hey, nice, Ken. Congrats, bro. Tesla, Nvidia, Shake Shack. I'm looking at, alright, so you got the S&P, McDonald's, Tesla, Nvidia, Shake Shack. I don't know what KO is. I'm slacking on KO. I don't know what that is. Coca-Cola, man, I should have known that. I know all the other ones. Shake Shack, Nvidia, Tesla, McDonald's, SPY. Yeah. So let's take a look at Rocket here's list. We got the SPY, which I'm kind of already looking at, which is up. We got McDonald's, MCD, gapping up slightly, not much volume. We have Tesla, which is a little sideways, but it's actually up. It looks more sideways than it actually is, just because it's put in pretty big ranges. But you can see the previous closing price on Tesla is at $686.72. So it is in fact up a solid amount, up about 20 bucks. It looks like about 18 bucks actually. Tesla, what was the other one? Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia, I'm going to be watching this one. I'm not surprised that it's up. I looked at MU already this morning and it was up, and microchip sector sometimes trades together. AMD has been trending a little bit differently than these other ones though. Then we got Shake Shack. It's up nicely. Not that much volume for me on that one though. We got MNK. We got a few other ones. I mean, we'll trade. We'll have some good trades today. It'll be fun. Teradyne. And again, we got a few other stocks down today. That's right, Flex. Hey, pump them likes up, bro. Should I sell my shares in Snap or hold? Picked up on Monday. I have no idea, bro. Not yet, KG. We're waiting on that, brother. I appreciate the thought, though. But yeah, we're waiting on it. She should get it today, hopefully, I think. I'm amazed at how pushed as a young group of people we feel to lean towards Democrats, but I'm so Republican is probably uncool. Oh well, truly a librarian. Sigh. I mean, here's the thing, right? I see it both ways. So I think the left is certainly toxic. Like, don't get me wrong, the left is certainly toxic, but like the right is certainly toxic as well. Like for instance, the right is very self-righteous, and a lot of times religious people latch on to the Republicans, but the reality is, it's like, biblically speaking, one of the overarching themes of the Bible is anti-slavery, and our private prison industry is the closest you're going to get to that we have in current society. Way too many people are getting locked up. The law enforcement has way too much of a gang mentality, I think, nowadays, and in the end, people just kind of latch on to it, and they don't actually look at what the Bible actually says. And I'm not super religious by any means, but I'm just saying, if you're going to be Republican because you're religious, you got to look at the overarching theme of the Bible, and the conservatives are some of the ones that are pushing that the most. With that said, though, just to piss everybody off, the left is certainly toxic in a lot of ways, and the left is like, if you don't go the left's way, they just throw a temper tantrum and throw a fit and try to ostracize you from whatever group you're in, and I think that is especially toxic as well. And so I think both of them are absolutely ridiculous, and I try to say impartial to all of it because I just don't like politics. But here, I just wanted to make everybody mad real quick. What indicator do you use? I just use support and resistance in the VWAP. That's all I really use. I don't like my charts super clouded in that regard. Oil. Roku. We get like a Roku. Roku's moving up. Netflix had really good numbers, and so like a connected stock like Roku is going to be up because of that a decent amount, and that's okay. So like, we got a nice little move here for Roku. Netflix had really good numbers. They doubled their subscriber account, and they actually had positive results that came out recently. The problem, though, is that their CEO said something negative about the company, and so Netflix stock is down, which is kind of weird. Like I said, I could go over Netflix. I think it's one of the biggest movers in this market right now. Alright, so Netflix is going to offer $1 billion in euro-denominated debt. Netflix is going to use proceeds for purposes that may include content acquisition, production and development, capex, potential acquisitions, and so forth. And so that's why, is that they reported a $1 billion senior notes offering. So I'll go ahead and read this, and this is from BZ Newswires for Netflix, and it says, quote, "Today they announced it intends to offer, subject to market and other considerations, approximately $1 billion aggregate principal amount of US dollar denominated and euro denominated senior unsecured notes." Man, that is about the biggest description of notes I've ever seen. Unsecured notes in two series. The notes through an offering to persons reasonably believed to be qualified institutional buyers pursuant to Rule 144A under the Securities Act of 1933 as amended, and outside the United States to non-U.S. persons pursuant to Regulation S under the Security Act. So yeah, they're doing an offering, basically, a $1 billion senior notes offering, and that is actually why this is down. So I'm glad I saw that. I didn't see that prior to this. I appreciate the subs today. Guys. Welcome. I appreciate it. Marley, Captain. We got a few other subs, but I appreciate that. The Innocence Project. Oh yeah, man. Carol and I have been watching that show. Right, 100%, Tiny. You see that, man? Like, listen. I'm not one to, like, accuse anybody of being racist. I'm not trying to, like, virtue signal either. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to be that guy, right? But you tell me that old man and that old bald guy in Mississippi, that dude was certainly racist, man. He's an LSU fan, too. So, like, as an LSU fan, I feel bad to be related to that guy, man. The whole science of dental odontology, or whatever it's called, is just a fraud science, man. And they're just throwing dudes, like innocent black men, in jail just because they need the business. It's messed up, man. Watch that show. It's super messed up, you know. We're actually like on the 4th episode, so don't ruin anything. We just got to the spider guy. We just got to that dude. Alibaba? I don't know, man. I haven't seen it. Told my wife what you said and laughed. Me? Yeah. Super messed up, man. What's up, Rodrigo? What's up, brother? Good morning, man. We got BNTX here. We got CGEN. We have TER. And so we got a few other ones, but Netflix offering, we got AMD, MU. Market itself, again, guys, as you can see here, is gapping up. Some of the other big moves are like Snapchat. Snapchat's gapping up pretty big. I think this one had good earnings. I can't remember what Snapchat's catalyst was today. Let me look it up again. So it was an upgraded move. All right, so Snap is up after sales beat expectations. They also offered daily user guidance, revenue growth until mid-April, but not typical guidance due to uncertainties. So yeah, that was it. They estimated year-over-year growth in the second quarter to be 15% through April 19th. So that's what happened. They projected good guidance and had fairly good results. Let's get Mitchy Rich in here. How'd I do? Oh wait. I thought Mitch was in here. What happened? How did I do yesterday? I made a little bit. This is my trading yesterday. Whoa. There we go. We got Mitchy Rich in here. There we go. Cool. All right, well, we got it. We went ahead and started up. Let's do a sound check it here. The sound should be pretty close to good right now. But here's Mitch. What's up, Mitch?
Yo.
Yo, yo.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
All right, guys, we got Mitchy Rich in here. Mitch the Rich Man.
Hopefully no internet problems today. I ended up finding out from TC they wanted to put the blame on the whole West Coast, really. And they showed me a couple things that really did state it. There's a couple issues that the West Coast had on the internet yesterday. It was causing some programs to mess up. And it was only certain programs. It's had to do with a lot. Just too many people online at once. So yeah, it was definitely a struggle yesterday with the charts not being able to work.
Don't stress it, bro. You got it back today. New day. You got this.
Yep. New day, guys. New day. Let's do it. What's up, everybody?
Sound good? Good.
How we doing?
We got Mitchy Rich in the chat. I love that name, man. Mitchy Rich. It just sounds so well, man. Rich Mitch. Or it could be Rich Mitch, you know.
All right. Good morning. How we doing, Rocket? How we doing, West Coast? Ken, what's going on? Always good to see those green names in the chat. Justin, what's up? How we doing? Justin's been working hard for a long time now. I'm sure he's turning the corner and making some good profits. We got Douglas, Christian, Sky in the house. What's up? How we doing? Tiny Toons, Punch. What's up, guys? Good morning. It's good to see everyone in here.
Yep.
Yeah, we broke the internet. That's what happened.
That's right.
All right, man. It's going to be a fun time now. Really starting to get towards that. We're starting to finally start going down a little bit on these kind of overall charts. Let me pull this chart up here. Pull the red symbol for you guys. 1 second. Let's look at the weeklies here. You can pull a daily right here. All right, so this is first the financial. We'll go with tech first. So tech first, really reaching a top here. The overall, this is kind of an index on all technology. So you're seeing that kind of topping action. It definitely did do a great bounce. We're starting to head right back down. You should see supports tested at this time, resistance holding, momentum really pushing down on the dailies and not pushing up. Any stock that is bullish and probably bullish in the last week or this week, you should kind of really not try to mess with too much. Look for stocks that are weaker if you're trying to short into some of these stocks. You can look at the financial sector index, and you can see that one coming down also a significant amount. We could go into healthcare. Healthcare is probably one of the strongest bounce backs. You can see it really holding well, this kind of support line. I would watch this one. This one could have still up days, as healthcare should actually get an increase because of coronavirus, not really a decrease. And so we go and continue. We can go into basic materials. You can see basic materials starting to turn away. The only one that I would really concern about in basic materials is I really look at gold, and gold is actually up. Gold is the only thing that's kind of bringing this back. It has a big support here at that 700 on this index, and I'll be watching to see if it continues on its way up as we get the SPY to kind of get hurt some more. Industrials are stuff like, let's say, you could look at the chart right here. It's still starting to come down, but if we wanted to be a little bit more focused, we can look at the industries like airlines. Airlines are starting to come back down. I don't know if you heard, John, about the offering that United put out.
No.
But United put out an offering actually, and this is definitely going to hurt them. That's why UAL is down today. We could look at UAL, and it's starting to come back down towards the supports. They put out offerings, I think, at $23. I have to look at the Discord. I put the article in the Discord for the traders to look at the day before. This is one of the things I've been trying to do for you guys in the Discord is if I find good news articles, because I'm going through news articles all throughout the day, and especially something that I feel has something tradable, like there's some value to the news, I'll definitely be putting them up in the Discord. So if you guys don't have our Discord, stay up with it. It's a great way to keep up with the news articles that are coming out. I put up anything that I feel is tradable. So if you guys see something in there from me, it's not just fluff. It's something that I feel has some value to it. United Airlines sold 1 billion of their stock in a fresh move to weather the pandemic. This is from Reuters. They offered 39.25 million shares, and it was priced at $26.50. So that would be the price I would watch today for the stock to go to, and maybe even find a bottom at that pricing. So right now it's been stuck in a 15-minute consolidation, kind of a downtrend in the last 3 days. So I would look for maybe even a pop up closer towards this kind of 27.60 area before it fades away, just so it can give you kind of a little bit of a pop, and then the shorters really start stacking in here and trying to knock it down towards the support. You can clearly see we have some support here around the 26.70 area. So look for that pop up and then a quick flush right back through that 26.70 area. That's what I'll be looking for. And overall, the airlines, they're really getting towards that bottom. This LUV, remember the daily chart has such a huge support at 30. Keep watching this one. I think this one's a big leader in the industry. All right, guys. Yeah, definitely the Discord. We'll give you the link for it. It's definitely a great way to keep up with not only us, but a whole bunch of traders.
Yeah, I just posted it.
All right, guys. Let's see what other sector that I like today. Okay, so this one I really think it's harder to trade this sector because the stocks are higher priced, but I do think there's some weakness in this sector, and that's the railroads. So let me pull up the earnings from this one. We had earnings in this one. Let's see. That was on Canadian Pacific. So CP in this industry gave out some negative earnings to lead the way. I think this one's going to lead the way in the earnings, and they were bad. From here on out, I think you might see earnings that are going to be bad from CSX, and that's CSX is in that industry, in the railroads. And then you also could look at maybe a cat, Caterpillar coming back down, also same kind of industry in this industrial sector. And I think those are going to really struggle. Another one that we can look for is, let's see how the gaming and the kind of hotels are doing. All right, so resorts and casinos. This is another one that I'm kind of big short on, but I did hear good news about Las Vegas. They're gonna start planning their reopening the hotels in May 15. The only thing that I did hear though that was a negative, and I put this out also on the Discord. We got really bad kind of future reservations for MGM and Caesar were like kind of the worst future reservations, and that's MGM, and then that's CZR. I think these are going to really struggle. If they're not going to get people to make reservations, when they come back, they need to quickly get going, because they're actually paying their employees through all this. And by paying their employees through all this, they're burning through cash. And it's okay to burn through cash, but you only have a limited amount of cash. And I think these companies are burning through cash like no tomorrow. And they're going to get to these points where they're going to have to do all these security measures. They're going to do what? Burn through more cash. And if the reservations don't come back with all that cash that's burnt, that's when you'll start seeing investors kind of get worried and get away from the stock. So you guys can, I'll be watching these kind of MGM, CZR, LVS, which is Las Vegas Sands. I think this one's the weakest one of the bunch. It's already to the support, so I really wouldn't want to short this one today. As you saw my resistance lines here on the chart, I was really looking for this one to come back down, and boy, did it come down. So I'll keep an eye on these as they keep coming down, and we have other sectors. Restaurants are not doing the worst. They're kind of holding. Some of the leaders in this sector are pizza, Papa John's. Papa John's looks like a weekly breakout here, guys. Look at this weekly chart. Whenever you get 3 consecutive green and then you get a resistance break here on the daily chart, you can see it start pushing, and Domino's Pizza, not Domino's, this is Papa John's. Papa John's looks like it's heading towards 80 and 90. Another one today that's still riding high is DPZ. I know someone put that up in the chat. That's been going through the moon. Domino's Pizza going through the moon. Some of these restaurants are actually not doing that bad, guys. A lot of people think that the restaurants are going to do really bad, but some of them are surviving and making some good gains. We've talked about Wingstop. I mean, look at this move. This move is ridiculously big, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on some of these.
All right. Sorry, guys. Carol's going to come on stream for a second. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Carol's going to come on stream. I don't think she's going to trade, she said, but she's going to come hang out, I think, today. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button. We have 50 likes. We have 250 plus people here. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Help us to get a bunch of likes today and show support for our free content here. Appreciate the sub, Daniel. Welcome in. I know we got a few subs that I missed. So Shin, Daniel, appreciate the love, guys. Welcome to the team.
Another one to watch, guys. The hotels. You got Hyatt here. That's H. Huge resistance there at 60. I think this one can start coming back down, guys, today. So keep an eye on this one. If it can't get above 60, it could come right back down towards the 45 and 40. In this sector, you got also HLT, which is Hilton. It has a huge resistance also at 80. Whenever I see these big resistance, I always think they're tradable because at least you have an ability to do what's called risk management. So it's always okay to risk, let's say, $1, $2 if you're looking for a $10 move down, stuff like that. So those are the kind of the ways that I look at the daily charts and start trying to use dailies to go into the intraday and then find strategy to match.
Yeah, she's feeling better, Rocket, for sure. I think she's going to come sit with us for a second.
Yep, everyone's ordering that pizza, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. I haven't ordered it once since this started, but
I haven't ordered out. I've been eating home.
Yeah, we have ordered Instacart, though. We have ordered Instacart, and so that's how we've been getting our groceries.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just getting groceries and eating at home, cleaning everything that gets here. And I think it's probably gonna be best for now if you can.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we've just been buying. Like, we got like $500 worth of stuff. It's actually supposed to be here. Hey, remember that Instacart order is supposed to be here today.
Yeah. Another big thing is you get to save money whenever you go grocery shopping. You know, people think that you can save money by eating out. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, for sure. You're never gonna. That's honestly, I've saved money being at home, dude. Because like, exactly. I used to eat out so much, man. I used to eat out so much, and my money's just been sitting, man. I've been sitting. I got. Exactly. Honestly, I don't even know what to do with my money right now, because it's like I got all this money, and I'm just kind of like, what do I do with it? Like, I want to start more businesses. Is like what I'm trying to do. It's like if there was any time to start a new business, it's right now. Right, because you ain't got nothing else to do. You probably got a bunch of money. You're not wasting it on takeout, you know. And you can actually do it.
You know, we're always working with something, John. We'll figure something out.
Right, for sure. You know, hey,
there's always. My dad actually gave me this advice yesterday, and I like the advice. You know, and it's something that everyone should do. You should always write down your ideas, man. If you have some ideas, and you never know what can actually work. It doesn't mean you have to take your ideas to full length. But there's nothing wrong with being creative, thinking of new ways to come up with money, and not only come up with money, but to have a better life. I mean, that's what we all looking for. So, you know, let's keep working at it.
Yeah, I have those dreams where they're not. I'm sure everybody else has probably experienced this, but you're about to go to bed, right? And so you're kind of dozing in and out of sleep, and you have like a great idea, or really it's what seems like a great idea at the time, and you're like, I'm not gonna get up to write it down. I'm just gonna remember this when I wake up tomorrow, and then you just never remember it, and the idea's gone. But then at the same time, though, sometimes I have written those ideas down, and I wake up the next day, and I'm like, this idea sucks, you know? Like Drowsy John had a terrible idea, you know?
But that's how you do it.
Right.
That's how you do it. You come back to it, and that's when you really notice it, and that's the best way to do it. I mean, you gotta put the moment into paper, then come back and be logical. You know, and that's how you get the best ideas.
Right. For sure.
All right, guys, another one. I know a lot of people are interested in Snap and kind of these earnings that came out. No, Netflix. Netflix is one that I think the drive is already done, guys. This one might go to 500. I can just put that out right now just because it would make sense for me to get some drive with that subscriber rate. But in the long run, I don't see, let's say, past 500. That would be to my limit on the upside move for this Netflix. How do I measure up to 500? In my eyes, if I measure this flag, it's about 100. It's about 100 wide. the daily flag that it broke out of. And I always like to measure the flag to think about where the move could go to. And I think that's up there to 500s, because this move actually broke out from like the 350s, which is about $150 move from that 350, getting up there to 500s. Netflix shouldn't necessarily last with this subscriber rate. And it's just a lot of people at home. So they got their growth in a hurry. And in a hurry can push your stock really quickly.
Yeah. As we're saying that, guys, market's about to open up in 2 minutes. Look at AMD rip up a little bit here. Hey, shout out to BIY for becoming a member of our team here. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate it. You know, we're just a free resource and community, and so it's great that he can become a member. And so let's give the man a shout out. Shout out to BIY for becoming a member. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. Great way to help support our free content here. And you the man.
All right, guys. So Snap really holding a support here. One that you can watch the trade with Snap today. So Snap usually trades with a couple. You can look at Facebook on the expensive side, and you could also look at Pinterest on the smaller side. So those two trade very hand in hand.
All right, guys. We got less than a minute. Let's do this. Oh, you over here. Here, you gotta get your chair.
Yeah, I'll just come hang out for a second.
You're not gonna be on stream? Oh,
For a second.
Here, get the chair. Bring it over. Slide it over here.
Why?
Alright, guys. Alright, team. Let's do this. We got 25 seconds. Here, let me get everything ready.
Here, I'll just stand. I feel better. My back's kind of...
Alright, guys. Here, hold on. I gotta get ready for the open. Alright, there's the bell, guys. Yeah, 2 bells going on.
Yeah.
Alright. I think that was actually a little bit too big. There we go, that's probably better. Alright, guys, there's the bell. Turn which up. Yeah, it's my computer.
I think it's going off.
Yeah. Yeah, my computer's sounding like a rocket, man.
I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
That thing is a rocket.
Yeah,
Might
man.
take off on you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. long as it,
Can they hear
I
it?
guess, man, it's loud.
Hold on to that keyboard, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, this is about to die on me midstream. Alright, so we got a little bit of a pop-up here in the overall SPY.
Hey, how's it going?
Here, get you a chair if you're gonna stay here. Because really, you're kind of high up there. You're blocking the volume bar. Here, no. Here, just go grab a chair. I'll get you one. It's easier, man. Just do it. Do it. Alright, we got a big drop in AMD. AMD's dropping big at the open. Here, but I'm gonna turn this down because they could probably hear an echo.
Okay.
Alright, so like if Mitch talks, I'll just tell you what he says, because like that way there won't be an echo. Alright, market's turning down quick. You can see the SPY just reversed pretty big here, and look at AMD. AMD's dropping actually pretty quickly here as well this morning at the open. We're down to 54.60s here for the overall market. MU, we got Netflix dropping pretty substantially at the bell as well. Look at Netflix. And so from what I'm seeing, most stocks are dropping, and the market just had a quick turn down on the downside. So a big drop in the market, broke lows down under that 278 whole dollar level in the SPY, and we'll see what we get here.
All right, guys, liking CZR and MGM for fades. We'll look for those to fade.
We usually start streaming Rocket at 8:15 market time, roughly. Nvidia pullback, yeah, a lot of stuff's pulling back.
moccasins on Carol's makeup.
Yeah.
I just do powder, a little compact powder, and then some chapstick. So.
Sounds like my routine.
Right. Mitch said it sounds like his routine.
Honestly, I've been so lazy since I've been home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, me
it's
too.
not even worth it, because if you like really wear makeup, if you're gonna put all that makeup on and then just wash it off, like, you're gonna be wasting a bunch of money. Probably already would have run out of makeup if I wore makeup every day.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know. That's why.
But yeah, just like get a little compact, like a little compact powder, and then just kind of wipe it on.
You should start a YouTube channel. Carol's makeup tutorials. You know. I'll own 20%. You know, I'll help you push that thing. You know?
Man, I couldn't do it.
I'll edit your videos for you. You know.
I don't know. I'd get too nervous.
Yeah. You know.
I feel like I'm better.
I'm trying to
about-
profit from everything here today, guys.
Yeah,
You know?
Got his hand in everything.
All right.
MGM didn't come to the VWAP there. I'm looking for it to bounce up a little bit more to get VWAP short.
All right. SPY bounced a little bit. We'll see. I might look for some low breaks in the market now.
How about John's makeup?
I got a beard that covers everything up. I don't need makeup.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
My beard covers everything. That's the benefit of a beard. You got like blemishes on your face. Just grow a beard out, man. Nobody will be able to see anything.
Well, and he's got pretty decent. His skin's good. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Finally got him to wash his face every day. That's really all it is. It's just washing your face.
See, but the problem actually, it's actually not that at all. Because the reality is, like, humans are not. And listen, I take a shower every day, so don't get me wrong here. But like, if you overwash your face, it can actually make your acne worse.
It depends on what kind of soap you use. You have to use a mild soap. You can't use a soap that's gonna tear your face up. Like, if you use a soap that's too strong, or like a soap that dries your skin out too much, then yeah. But you know, they have a lot of soaps now that are like very like skin friendly. They're not gonna dry your face out and make you feel all crusty, you know.
John,
No one wants to feel crusty.
Yeah, crusty's bad, you know. Market's market's reversing here. Market might squeeze up and break highs.
All right,
yeah.
short here a little bit, guys. Short on MGM
Buy
for
some
VWAP
more
fade.
So that your stock will go up.
Don't say that, man. I end
Insider-
up having to pay for it. You know, to be honest,
I already have
I'm paying for that
I have a
stuff.
shopping cart that I've kind of like picked out some stuff I like, but
Have you really? Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Man.
Let me see.
How much is it?
I got like
She's gonna come up to me in like a day and be like, "Hey, baby." She's gonna try to catch me when I'm busy. She's gonna try to catch me when I'm busy and be like, "Hey, baby, can I buy this?"
It's got
and I'm
two
gonna be like,
things in
"Yeah,
it.
go ahead." And then I'm gonna look at my card and it's gonna be like $600.
Look, no, it's got two things in it. Look, wait. It's got two things. It's got a pair of shorts and a little sports bra. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah. How much is that? $106. Huh? No, that's not bad. You can buy that if you want. If that's it for Lulu for now.
Uh-oh.
Not to look.
All right. I'll make it at the end game of it. All right. Market's squeezing up.
I've honestly had that for a couple days now, like a week.
Alright.
It's been in there.
That's reasonable. It's not as long as it's not like $400 like the last time. All right, AMD MU. We'll see if it fights back. So far, we're choppy. One thing I learned yesterday is that we got a choppy market. Hey, dude, and he's gone.
All right, there you go, guys. Looks like the fade is nailing it here on MGM.
Carol should support my calls and buy some more Lulu.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
How do I feel about things starting to open? I think we need to be very careful with it. Like, I get wanting the economy to open, but the reason, like, we're on lockdown for a reason, and I get the market is down, but I also understand that it's like, look, like, this is a pandemic. It's the only time we've really experienced this in our lifetime, and I think we just need to be very careful. Like, maybe having some places open makes sense, but like gyms, stuff like that stuff needs to stay closed. I know it sucks, and I know businesses are hurting, but I think we got to be brutally honest with ourselves about like what's going on and not make any dumb decisions because, you know, it's struggling.
I think that this
You agree?
I don't know. I think it might have been a little bit overhyped. I think a lot more people have been exposed than we realize. I think a lot more people have the antibodies to it. You know.
I just think we should be cautious though.
And the only way you could really stop a respiratory illness that's super contagious is to have like a herd immunity where you expose, upwards of 80% of the population, and that's the only way that it's going to stop, really.
Right, for sure. But that comes with time, though, and that comes with studying it and understanding it more. And as we study and understand it more, we'll be more equipped to fight it instead of just letting us kind of figure it out on our own. You know what I mean? Not figure it out on our own, but instead of just letting us be the guinea pigs with how it's going to react, I think that we should study it a little bit longer and understand
Huge order to buy there, guys. Huge bidder just got put up on 40.
I'm sure we told everyone. I got tested.
Yeah. When is those coming in?
Tomorrow.
It's Thursday today. Or no, it's Wednesday actually. Yeah. So no, it's not going to be until tomorrow.
And like honestly, part of me is kind of hoping that I've had it, because that would mean that y'all have had it. Yeah, like because remember like a couple weeks ago you were like, oh, my throat. Yeah. Like your throat was kind of bothering you, and like the kids even were kind of like, yeah.
Right, but
coughing a little bit, but like then they were done and they were fine. And it would make sense that if we were to get it, that I would struggle more since I have like pre-existing lung issues where I have asthma.
Right. But I think everybody nowadays, it's a very pleasant thought to think that you've already had the coronavirus, but it doesn't mean we have. And I think everybody's taking small sicknesses they've had and they're pinning it on the coronavirus because that's a pleasant thought.
But the thing is, though, they're coming out more and more saying that a lot of people have probably been exposed.
Listen, I hope you're right. I'm just saying it's probably unlikely that you are.
And then the people who have mild illnesses, a lot of times they mistake it. Like if they have a mild case, they mistake it for like allergies or just something else, because they're thinking that it's going to be this thing that's going to land them in the hospital on a ventilator, Sorry, I'm about to have to go do the kids stuff.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I hope, So, yeah, exactly. You can't keep everything closed forever, because it's,
Mrs. Outspoken over here.
I'm serious, man. The more, and maybe I'll just kind of be the skeptic here, the more I see kind of the models going from like mass death, everyone's gonna die, to like they have to slowly ease it up because people are seeing, that it's not like they were predicting. Hospitals weren't overrun, maybe in New York, but then it's like, why would New York be so heavily inundated with this virus, people needing ventilators and stuff, but then places like California where there's just as much, overcrowding in the cities, why wouldn't it be the same, And
because New York is a much smaller area,
and maybe
maybe physically it's maybe a much smaller area, maybe that's so true. It only makes sense.
But my point is, the healthcare system wasn't overrun. It might have come close. It might have come close to being, over, whatever.
Nah,
but
we'll see.
My point is, I've become skeptical, and maybe I'll be that person today that I've kind of become skeptical of Fauci. I've become skeptical of, his ties with the Bill Gates, this whole vaccine, whenever they were saying that. Shut up. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, don't get like that.
I can't help it. Huh? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, so I'll be quiet here. I gotta grab paper.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll say it.
Alright. I'm watching MU to see if Amy breaks. Sorry, I gotta kind of look at her and tell her to stop being super political, because I don't want that.
It's not...
Here, look. Here, we'll talk about it later. Here, I gotta trade anyway.
It's not really political.
It's tinfoil hat is what it is, man. Get that out of here. Alright.
I'm skeptical.
Right, guys, I need to see 58 hold and reject off of MGM for me to add right back in.
Big deal. Where?
All right, we're going to see if MU can hold that previous low as support. That's what I'm watching now.
All right, everything is green, guys. Everything in the sectors are green. Just want to let that out there for everyone to know. Leading is energy, Right behind it, technology, and then basic materials.
See?
Listen, y'all can agree with her. It's not that I agree or disagree. It's that I don't
exactly. They came out telling everyone not to wear masks. The World Health Organization said, "Oh, it's it's
masks
not spread
doesn't do
person to
anything.
person." Everyone has been wrong. So like common sense says you got to kind of look at these people who have been telling you everything that's ultimately ended up being wrong and kind of question what they're saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna help you.
Snap finding resistance there. One that's really strong today, CrowdStrike.
And listen, y'all can agree with her, that's fine. But what I like, honestly, a huge thing about it with me, and the reason I kind of try to stop her from being too outspoken is like, I don't want to make myself a target here. I don't want to make my channel a target. And so I know I talk about politics sometimes, but I try to be very, careful about some of the stuff I say, and I don't want to make my channel a target by any means. And so that's more, it's not that I agree or disagree with her, I just don't want to make my channel a target.
Oh man, look at this stock, FLIR.
I'm about to have to go to the kids too.
Look at that, John. Look at FLIR.
I just jumped in 200 shares of MU. Very small position here. I'm going to let it work and see if we can take a quick profit on a breakout above these levels. Sorry, bitch. Yeah, I just jumped in MU. I'm looking for that previous low of the day to hold, or that previous high of the day at around 43.20 to hold. And if the market pushes up, 200 shares should be fine. Nice move. I'm going to take half off here. And then I'm going to hold the last little 100 shares to see if we get a much larger breakout for my for this first trade I have here.
Holy moly. What a down move here.
Sorry, baby. I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna have to go do the kids' Zoom stuff. So.
Yeah, I know, Fishbone. I'm trying to keep it in line, man.
All right, one more rejection off of 60, and I'll get short again on MGM. I'm also looking for the FLIN to come back here. FLIR.
We're going to see if MU can push up and break this 43.30s. We're testing it now. I only have 100 shares, so I don't mind letting it work and see if we can go over this.
Yeah, they know. Here, I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't have. I kind of.
All right, I'm trying to get short here on.
Anyways,
trying to get short here.
I gotta go homeschool.
All right.
Sorry, baby.
All right. All right. Now we can focus on trading, guys. Sorry about that.
Trying to get short here on MGM if it pops up, but I missed that flip right there, so I didn't want to jump in at 50s. Want to get 55s again.
All right, so MU pulled back quick. We'll see what we get here. It's very close to being break even, which I'll probably get out of if it does. If it does end up breaking me out of break even here, no pun intended, but probably about to exit. Oof, big drop. I'm gonna get out of MU. Kept it break even though, $2 loss. I probably should have just taken the rest off. I know. No, it's that I'm frustrated because I try not to be too political here. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's frustrating. It's not her fault. She's just outspoken on it. But I try not to be super political, and she gets wrapped up in it.
All right, guys, don't want to see this go through 60s. Now I'm in here at 355s. 5-cent risk here.
Maybe I got faked out at MU. I might have. Oh, you're in a trade, bro. My bad, man. Here you go.
No stress. Anything above 60s gets me out, guys.
SPY's turning down and breaking lows here. So that should be good for you, I think, man. SPY's cracking lows, breaking down. I'm surprised the MU's not breaking down further with it. AMD might be a nice little rejection short if we can catch it. It just depends on how far we think the SPY's actually going to drop here. And so I'm going to start it off with 100 shares here for AMD. Just jumped in with 100. A very small position, and we're going to look for a much further breakdown here.
All right. I'm increasing here, guys. Just increased a little bit. Still holding towards my same risk here. 60s or above here, 59, 60s. If it heads through a 50 again, I might re-add for the knockdown.
All right, so I'm about break even in my AMD trade. We are down. We're testing the VWAP level. I'm going to set my risk in this AMD trade up at about 85, 86 maybe. Keep it pretty tight and small. And as I say that,
I think we got one more rejection that we got to get through.
I had a huge rip up here. Wait, did I get out? No, I did not. No position to sell. Oh. Okay, I got out. $20 loss on the day, though. Very tight and small. Netflix doesn't look like a bad fade. Gavin, let's switch the topic up and talk about tax fraud. Great topic, man. You know.
All right, looking for it to get hit now.
So this looks like another day where microchips are trading against the market. Market's down, they're up. So I'll probably have to pivot to something else and try to find something else to trade. Nvidia is actually up here as well. And so is Uber. So a lot of stuff's actually trending against the market. That means a few select stocks are dragging the market down. It looks like Netflix is one of them.
All right, just added, guys. Going for the big swing here. Risk is now 56. There you go. 45s, and we'll take off some.
Yeah, it looks good, bro. Good trade, man. Alright, we'll see what Netflix gets us here. It's right around the VWAP. I have a really obvious risk that I can use on Netflix. I might watch that one. Yeah, I'm good, Christopher. What's up, bro? Appreciate it, man. Remember, guys, to hit that like and subscribe button. We got 93 likes in here, so let's bring that number up to over 100 if we can.
All right, as soon as this drops here, guys, I'm going to take a little bit off and then leave the rest of it to work. All right, just took a little bit off there, 200 off, just to make sure we're going to pay ourselves for the day, guys. And now that we have these 400, let's let it work. Okay, now we need to hold towards this high here, guys. This high right here, this last high, 54. Our entry is about 53. I don't mind putting a stop at 13.55.
Yeah, I got 20 shares of Netflix, thinking it would be small, but it's actually a pretty big position here, so I'm probably going to have to get out of this pretty soon. I'm going to get out there. Just a huge squeeze up on Netflix. Not a big squeeze up, but it's just a big range stock relative to what I usually trade.
There you go. It just got smacked a little bit. I want to see this crack through the 40s right now. When it bounced, they just smacked it right on the price action there. See if we can get to the low of the day, which is 37. Here goes to try it. All right, since it froze up a little bit there, I took 200 off. I wanted the momentum to carry us through, and it kind of stopped there instead of carrying us through. So I took some off since it's the low of the day. And now, no matter what, the rest is break even. We can let this one work for the rest of the day and look for it to actually make another trade now. All right, guys, going to set the stop at 13.53, which is our entry. And we're going to go ahead and get off of this and trade another one. Let's go try to find a good one.
Good trade, bro. Looks good, man.
Yep. FLIR is my next trade. I'm trying to let it get to 10 o'clock. Usually that's when I start seeing reversals. I like to see 3 bottoms starting to get there at 39, but I think it's still risky towards 40.23. It's definitely have a good range today, but I needed to find a little bit more of a bottom here. I don't like 5-minute bottoms, I like 15-minute bottoms. I'm going to put MGM on the left side for you guys to continue watching it down if we get this down move to continue. Remember, guys, my risk is right above VWAP at 53s. All right, let's run through this one. Look at Citi. I had a feeling this one was going to start coming down. I've never really traded this one. I've looked at it a couple days now. Haven't really traded it.
Citi?
Yeah,
What's
Citi.
the symbol?
Just C.
Okay.
Citigroup. It's been going down significantly now. It's definitely showing a downward turn in the daily.
Yeah, I got squeezed up on Netflix. I'm trying to take bigger size, so it kind of throws me off because it's like I'm usually watching microchip stocks like AMD and MU. The problem is that they're just trending away from the stock, or away from the stock market, right? So I'm down $96 in the day. We'll see if I can come back, but it's throwing me off because I'm not really used to it, to be honest. And so usually they follow the market close enough, but today they're actually trending against it, which is weird. And it's throwing me off, man. I don't know what else to trade, so I'm looking at other stocks. I tried to trade Netflix, and it just squeezed up on me with 20 shares. I lost like $70 just now, and so maybe I'll rebound and bounce back. We'll see. I'm just waiting, but that's what I'm looking at right now. Market's starting to test lows. What was Citi symbol again? My bad, bro.
Just straight up C.
Okay. Yeah, it's down with the market, which is interesting. But
That's the financials. You know, the financials definitely had bad earnings. Somehow popped up yesterday, and then they got hit again. Another
Right.
earnings came out. One thing that I started realizing is that some really smart guy kind of brought this up in something I was watching, and a lot of it had to do with the write-offs that were going to be done during these earnings, and you're going to see bad earnings, but
Right.
don't necessarily focus on the earnings itself. Focus on the third quarter and fourth quarter outlooks. I think that's what you need to focus on, because if you focus strictly on the negative numbers, they might actually make them look worse so that their third quarter and fourth quarter numbers can look better.
Right.
Remember that, guys.
right, for sure, 100%. Not uncommon too.
Not uncommon. It's actually something that was done during the .com era. I have an article about it. I can tell you guys about it if anyone's interested. I can put it up in the Discord, but I read an article about it, how, you know, what they did was they just wrote off anything that they invested in that wasn't worth it. If it doesn't have the kind of the time value right now, they can just write off the asset and they can throw it off their earnings, thus taking it from their financials, away from their financials, making their financials look better in the long run. All right, guys, MGM now crushing down here. We got to let this one either break down here, or it's going to come and start trying to reverse now. So now for sure, 47 is our out, 5-minute high that we have here. So if it goes past this 47, we need to get out. But this could start really breaking down towards the 1330s. And then after that, it can go to 13. So from this point on, we can't let ourselves not take some profit. For sure, 47s would get us out. And then what we're looking for is for it not to create this bottom. This is kind of a curve effect. Whenever you get a harmony in the direction that you're going to.
So I just got a little bit on MU and scalped about $35 from it. We're starting to catch back up in the day. Market's starting to rebound, which is good. And it's squeezing up a little bit here. So I'm trading AMD and MU, see what we can find here. I'm looking at AMD now to see if we get a test up there to the $0.50 level. Although we are getting a drop and it's a little bit less favorable. Luckily I didn't jump in it yet, but I'm looking at AMD here too.
All right, guys, let's see if it holds these 42s on the downside. If it pushes down from the 42s, we should get that next leg down. So let's see what we get here.
Yeah, you can join our Discord here. I'll post it.
Okay, there you go. Starting to get that next leg. All right, guys, once it breaks through the 35s, I'm going to go ahead and try to take another 100 off.
Here's the Discord link in the chat, guys. I got you. Here you go.
There's the 35s. Boom, 33s. All right. Take a little bit off right there.
Yeah, market reversing pretty solid here. Looks
All
good
right,
for
guys, this took a little bit off, and now for sure, leave the rest at 1350 for the rest of the day. There you go. Sitting up 72 and looking to make over $100 on the first trade of the day. This is the same thing you guys can be doing with an intro account, guys. Some people want to stress that intro accounts on trade nets can't make money. I definitely think that you can definitely make money. Just got to know how to do your sizing. Understand that smaller sizing is always going to be better for the beginner trader. And that's what we really stress. If you're a beginner trader, really try to work your process out until you see it working, until you see it consistent for over a month. It's not just 1 week. And I think that's what a lot of traders start getting to. They're like, oh, I've been consistent this week.
Right.
Well, I mean, consistent this week it's not really consistency.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of times, what ends up happening is that like traders will take short-term results and they'll use that to justify continued trading. And sometimes, you got to look at the big picture. I would say a reasonable sample size is like what, like Mitch, like a month or two at least.
Yeah, a month, at least a full month.
Right.
And it needs to be in that month. I say it needs to be over 20 trades, because if you didn't take over 20 trades, then that's also could be affecting your numbers.
Right, 100%. All right, so market's a little sideways right now, guys. It's back below the VWAP, which looks good, but all the stocks I trade are still above the VWAP, which is kind of weird. So we'll see if we can find some other stocks to look at. What are the cannabis stocks doing? I haven't looked at those yet today. They're down. CGC is actually pushing towards that previous closing price. I'm looking at Netflix, but it just has such a big range.
All right, guys, I can tell you at least, let's go through some sector analysis here. I really like always starting to look at the sectors and seeing if we get a flip, if we went from all green to red. And I can tell you right now, the sectors are still all green. All this morning, they were all red. So there's some bounce back, and then there's also some stocks that are getting weak. I can tell you the tech and energy at the top. So those could be going against the market. And then the ones that might be going closer towards the market in correlation today, I would say healthcare and industrials. In industrials, let's look at the railroad. Look at the railroads coming down today. CIX, good drop down there, guys, from 61. This thing's come down already. At 9:30, it opened at 60.65, and man, this thing's already down to 60. So the railroad's definitely looking weak today. Another thing you can look at is, let's see the airlines, how the airlines doing. Airlines are looking weak. Let's check out LUV. LUV looking like it's trying to break a 30.50 support and head towards that 30.25. UAL looks like it's heading towards the offering price of 26.50. It's already at 26.66. And you know what the fun part of UAL, man? This pattern, guys, I talked about it pre-market. Watch for that pattern to pop up towards the 27.70 resistance and then fade away. It's the exact move we got, guys. I see this pattern happen all the time, guys. Whenever you see a weak stock pre-market, look for the pop back to resistance at the open and then an immediate rejection at that resistance level, usually with a combination of a huge sizing on the ask at that level. You'll see like 200 or 300 thrown up on the ask, and then it rejects from that level, showing you that there's huge sellers there and that's really where the bears are. So in UAL, quick rejection off that top, and it went right back down. All right, gonna catch up with the chat. UAL, how far down can it go?
All right.
I think 26 is in play. I wouldn't necessarily say 24. This one doesn't move that many dollars. The range is not that much. The range has been about $2 each day in the last 2 weeks. So maybe $2 down from 28 to 26. I wouldn't really see it going past 26 there. But the dilution could drag it down. I'm just talking about the average range that you get in this stock. Phew, there she goes. UAL heading down there, guys. Not too happy about it because I know that means my JetBlue investment's going down.
Yeah.
But I'm not really worried about this one. I want to get this one back. I want to add more at $6 so I can let this one keep coming back down. MGM, guys, broke the support there at 37s, created a double bottom at 30. We need to now start looking at 42 to be our out because it can come all the way back to VWAP.
All right, I'm shorting a little bit into AMD here. Gonna slowly scale out of this, take a little bit more off, and then hold the rest. Slowly grinding my way back. I made that dumb mistake with Netflix that I've been trying to compensate for ever since. And luckily, I'm getting some nice breakdowns here in AMD on this weakness. I'm gonna get out here. Try to get out there. There we go. All right, so yeah. Not bad. I was down like $90. I'm only down 30 now, so not too shabby. We'll see what else we can find. We should get a few other momentum moves to take advantage of. But again, I think it's gonna depend on what the market gives us here.
All right, guys. I think MGM might come back here, so I'm letting it try to keep the momentum down. But it's already made a 1, 2, 3, 4th attempt to break 1330s. It needs to break that. Any pop up can go all the way up to the resistance. Can be right here at 47. I don't want to let it come all the way back to 47 and give away this money. So I give it the resistance, the closest resistance, which is this 37 right now. I'm letting it bottom out. If it bottoms out and comes back, I'll get out. If it just flushes, let the momentum continue. I think a lot of the times with VWAP fades, you can get caught too many times just watching and also not taking profits. So it's okay to understand that, hey, the original entry could have had a potential of the 40 break. We're getting down there towards the 30s. You don't want it to come back above that potential gain. You can look for more, but don't let it be less than that potential gain than you were originally looking for.
All right, market's very sideways right now. I'm waiting for some breaks to happen. Some momentum moves, and we might get some. One that was interesting is CGC's pulling back down to test that 15 level. We'll see what we get, but that's what I'm looking at now.
An interesting one to me, but it trades way too small. I'd probably look for options, is IMAX. I have no idea why this came up the last couple of days. No one's going to IMAX?
Yeah, for sure. Pump a dump, you know.
Sometimes I don't understand things, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, for sure.
no one's going to the movie theaters. Like, why is it going up?
We have a good question here. So DD says, I was on your website and was wondering about something. When people say backtesting, I assume you're doing it manually. If so, do you pick a few stocks to apply the strategy on? I usually only backtest one stock or one sector. And that's what my backtesting depends on. And I can always branch out and backtest other stocks, but I find it much simpler to just backtest one stock or one specific sector. That way I can really test to see how often it works, and then if you really want to, you can backtest multiple different stocks and then average the results together to get a good understanding of like specific sectors and stuff like that. But yeah, when I backtest, I'm mostly using AMD, which you'll see me trade AMD and MU. You see me trade those a bunch because I've backtested the strategies I use on them a bunch.
Alright guys, gonna start setting a stop here right above the resistance and try to start legging this down. Next stop for this should be somewhere in the 25s. And then from there, it could go all the way down towards the 1315s. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Give us a little bit prettier picture.
All right, market's crashing down a little bit here.
Yep. Nice big crash there. If we can get above 100, I don't mind taking it off. I'm just celebrating the win.
Yeah, I just took a little bitty trade on Netflix. I'm only holding, ooh, really nice. All right, I got out there. So I took 50 shares of Netflix and caught that crash. So I'm up about $10 on the day, slowly grinding my way back to green. We'll see what else we can get. Market turning.
Yeah, a lot of stocks started to push down on the supports. A lot of indexes started pushing down on their supports too. Let me see the tech sec. Okay, you got a flag on the tech sec, so be careful with the tech sec. That one's still flaggy.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a bounce here.
The one that looks the worst is the industrials. Let me see the worst sector in that one.
Market looks like it's going to dive here in reverse and break lows.
Car looks like it's dipping significantly. HTZ dipping. R dipping. Got a bunch of rentals down. Big seller, 27s.
All right, there's Netflix dropping. Took a little bit of position here with 50 shares, holding the rest, letting this grind up here. About to get out probably. Trying to ride the breakdown. Ah, man, maybe I held a little bit too long. Big squeeze back up. Ah, definitely held too long. Alright, I'm going to get out the rest there. So I'm up $60 on the day, a little bit under $60, $57.65. Slowly grinding my way back up, but I caught Netflix on the drop. Finally making my money back with it. Oh, it's here? So we got... Wait,
The Insta.
yeah, it's here. Man.
You can, if you need to go away, you can go away for
Oh,
a
no,
little bit, bud.
I'm good. She's got it.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to trust your process trading? Years. It takes years. It's not something that happens immediately. That's what, like, I have a nephew of mine, like a step nephew, or I'm just gonna call him my nephew. But I have a nephew of mine that wants to get involved in trading. He actually might be watching us right now. His name's Damon, but you know, he's asking me about trading, and I just have to be honest with him about it. And I always tell him, like, look, it takes years, man. It's not something where you're just immediately going to pick up. I know it may seem that way, but it's really not. And you need to be prepared to learn and lose money for years before you get started. That's the reality. Of course, nobody wants to tell you that, but like, that's the truth, right? And you got to be prepared for it. And so it takes years, and you'll probably lose money that entire time. But once you learn it, it'll be a skill you'll have and you'll be able to keep. But it takes years. The process takes years.
Definitely does.
Alright, get a little bit of a bounce here. Here, don't put it here. Be careful. Like, it's plugged into the internet, so like if you put stuff over there, it might disconnect.
Boom. We broke through the 25. Into the hundreds, man.
Hey, do it, man. Nice work, bro.
Not a bad VWAP fade, man. Not a bad VWAP fade at all. The bread and butter.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Let's take our $100. Oh! It got me.
What?
99.
Ah, man. Faked you out, bro.
It went up 1 penny right there when I went to go buy it at 25.
It said, not today, Mitch. Not today,
It said
sir.
99, man. 99. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, not today, sir.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Not a bad $100 gain. Don't want to be greedy there. You're gonna take $100. Anything more than that, you're being greedy. At least in my eyes, that's huge time support there on the 15-minute, holding really well there. The rebound could be all the way up to VWAP. I don't want to go all the way up to 47. I could start the day $100 in the head. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm in Netflix with 15 shares. Taking it noticeably smaller.
I'm gonna leave the guy that tip.
I thought you already left him like a $35 tip.
But yeah, do you see how much stuff this is though?
How much of it was did we get charged for?
Huh.
Hold on.
This much.
Here, hold on. So it was all of it. Okay.
Well, no, it was initially
All right. Yeah, you can give him a tip. That's fine. Here, give him like. How much did you tip him already?
35. I
35.
was gonna leave like another $10, $15.
Yeah, I give him like 50, 55.
You're gonna start seeing people in the chat. Yo, I'll deliver your groceries.
I mean, to be honest, it's $600 worth of groceries, and so he delivered a bunch of stuff, you know. And so like we're trying to think of a good tip for it, but that's why.
So
Originally we tipped him like 15, but that's probably not.
No, initially I put
35.
Yeah, initially I put 35. So should I add like another 15 to it to make it 50?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that'll bring it up to what it was basically.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works. I'm watching Netflix. It's struggling to do what I want, so I'm probably just gonna get out soon here before it eats my account up anymore.
All right, guys. I'm gonna look for a triple bottom in FLIR, which would be down towards the 39 now.
All this stuff you got.
So we'll see if we get it.
Yeah. All right, I got out of Netflix there. I'm up 55 on the day, as you can see. The spy's being super choppy though, guys. Super choppy.
Super chat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Tar. Exactly, bro. 5-year average, no get rich quick dream. Survive and last in your first years is the key. Yeah, 100%.
Yep. First thing is learn to be a break-even trader. If you can break even on the month, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, for sure. If you can be a break even, you can be a successful trader. You just you gotta survive, man. You gotta survive, and that's the tough part. That's the hard part. You know.
Yeah, that is the hard part.
Market squeezing up, looking all right.
Snap trying to break out through the 55, guys. I'm trying to see if it's gonna reject here again. It's rejected off that top 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So let's see if it gets above 55s here.
Man, I'm just knocking out spam left and right today. It's hard. It's good to be king. It's hard to be king, though. It's good, though.
There's the stack up in Snap.
Here's the
A
thing,
lot
though.
of people trading Snap.
I'll show you guys how you're supposed to do it. Shout out to Flex Suki. Go check out his channel because he didn't push. He's got a channel. And nobody else is asking, man. Nobody else is asking.
Hey, I'm gonna walk these down to Quince and leave them at his door since we got toilet paper and.
Alright.
Nice breakout there and snap. I think this one might be heading towards up there towards the next resistance on the daily or weekly, which is up to 1624. Still gives it a good ramp up. Still got about 60-70 cents from there. So I think this could still continue on up. If it holds the 55s, we'll see.
I just shorted 400 shares of CGC in anticipation that it gets rejected at the previous closing price. So here's CGC. It's testing that previous closing price level now, and so I'm going to use this high up here as my risk over the previous close, and I'm going to see if we can get a rejection and break up the low of the day. Like, that's ideally what I want to see here, and if not, it's alright. Small trade regardless, but that's what my plan is here for CGC.
Alright guys, Pinterest looking good here. No, Pinterest is moving with Snap, so I'm watching that one. Looks good to trade right now.
Market's squeezing up, man. Look at the market. It's right at a resistance level now, though. What?
Alright guys, we're getting towards the 10:30 time.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Jose. Welcome to the team, bro. Shout out to Jose for the subscribe. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. We do this live for free every single weekday morning right here on YouTube. So if you have not already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, show some love for our team here. We're just a free resource and community, and we do this live every single weekday morning so you can see what it's actually like day trading the market every day. Market's very choppy right now, though. Difficult to trade, honestly.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, semiconductors are up, and they don't look like they're getting any time weaker.
Yeah.
They're actually pushing the highs on the index. So.
Market looks like it's reversing here and about to break highs.
TechSec leading the way, also with. I'd look for maybe some energy stocks to start making their way back.
Yeah, I might take some longs if we get some nice momentum here on the upside. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Jamie. Welcome, man. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're break even in CGC. We just ideally want to see a break under this level here, this 95 level. Like I said, I'm anticipating that previous closing price up here holds, which should be good for me if we get it. I'm also looking at AMD here. There we go. Alright, there's the break. We need the spread to clear up a little bit, get a little bit better here for CGC. We're testing lows now. How many shares do I have? I have 400 shares. Okay. Yeah, we'll let it work. We're going to test there, but I actually don't like this bounce back. We'll give it one more second here. I'm going to take half off there just to protect myself in this trade because we did have a lot of upwicks at this bottom. Like, you can see these upwicks right here. And, like, those levels need a break. That shows some buying pressure. And so I'd rather take half off and protect myself in this trade. And then that way, if it doesn't break, no matter what, I'm still protected. And it's not going to be a huge losing trade. Shout out to... the new subs today. Welcome, guys. We appreciate the love, team. We really do. Thank you guys for the support. Remember to hit the subscribe and like buttons to help support us, guys. I'm going to keep holding this. I've already scaled out of half of my position with CGC, and we're going to let the rest work. Like I said, ideally a breakdown under 92 would be nice. So we'll see. We'll hold it for that, though. SPY has a really obvious triple top. You see that triple top, Mitch? Look at this. Just to show you guys. Look at this triple top right here. I think that's the weakness we're getting, is like another rejection at that same exact level.
Yo, big thing today will be 280s. If we can get above 280s, yeah, we'll start back being bullish. I want to see it get back below 275s.
Another beautiful breakdown. I'm going to take another half off there for CGC. Got the breakdown I wanted. And again, in this trade, I used the previous closing price. So I used this level right here, this light blue line, as a resistance level. And I anticipated that it was going to hold. And so... Hey, Rocket, thank you for the subscribe, bro. Or thank you for becoming a member. I'm going to get out the rest here since I'm already out most of my position. That's a big upwick right there, too. So up $75 on the day. Shout out to my man Rocket over here becoming a member. We really appreciate the support. Like we said earlier, bro, we're just a free resource and community, and so becoming a member is just a good, cheap way to help support our channel. And it's $4.99 a month. We have some behind-the-scenes content, but like I said, really, we're just a free resource and community, guys. And so we definitely appreciate the love. Thank you, Rocket. Appreciate the becoming a member.
Got you,
man.
Rocket. Got you, man. You asked the question. Sometimes I won't be able to catch it in the chat. Don't think that I won't answer it. As soon as I caught it, I answered it for you. You know, we'll definitely try to get to those answers, especially if it's something that we went over and you're just trying to get confirmation on information.
Yeah, for sure.
UAL, today we talked about potential down move and down below $26 now. My JetBlue, man, that thing is, dare I say, tanking.
Yeah. Somebody's asking about flowers for Mother's Day, man. I think that's an interesting one because I think a lot of people are going to have flowers delivered for Mother's Day. And so...
Yeah, it's actually it's a positive one to play.
Yeah, for sure. I think over time, as Mother's Day approaches, it'll start to gain some value.
Let's see some daily charts. I always like to look at the daily charts. Could be trying to break out today.
Man, look how choppy AMD is, man. That's the choppiest I've seen AMD in a long time. Netflix is up. Market's pushing up. We might get some momentum here. I might trade a few other ones if we do. Hey, I appreciate the sub. The Rod Father. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump in a little bit of MU here. Show you guys.
Kevin's talking about screen setup. What are you talking about? Mainly screen setup. You talking about how we set up our charts or computers and monitors overall? I think we already have a video on both. That's why I'm just trying to get you what you want to watch.
Alright, so I'm in MU with 500 shares. I'm just going to look for a quick push above this $50 level. There we go. I could sell half there. Nice, so a little bit more than half. Only holding 200 shares left. We'll see if we get the breakout over the $50. And if we don't, I'm just going to hold the rest roughly break even. Nice. Took another half off there, holding 100 shares. We got the break over the $50. We're looking for the break of this 56 level now. That's the next support. Let me get out the rest there. So we got the 56.
For potential squeeze might come in FLIR.
Up $101.20 on the day. I'll take it. Nice little green day so far.
Not bad, John.
This is my P&L on the day. Check that beautiful thing out, man. Look at that P&L.
All right, guys. Pinterest looking great there. It held the 1825s. Really looks like a VWAP bounce now.
I'm getting a little bit of a pullback. Right now, the biggest play I'm looking to trade right now is when we get the break of this big triple top that we've had here. So you can see it respected this triple top. It's actually a quadruple top now, and we're actually edging towards it. So I don't mind taking a little bit more, a smaller position obviously this time, but I don't mind taking a little bit more in other stocks in anticipation of a potential break of this level. And if we don't get a break, like if the SPY gets rejected below the VWAP, I'll look for some shorts.
All right, guys, I'm going to start looking for a reversal later on in the day for Snap, and it's above 16s, going towards that 1620 resistance. It would be 1624s. So I'm going to keep watching this one.
Oh yeah, what's Snap doing, man?
It's ripping.
I haven't seen that one.
It's ripping because of the subscribers, and it's actually affecting Pinterest and Facebook.
Yeah, I saw it and I went over it this morning. It had surprise good earnings, I think it said, but
yeah,
I didn't look
subscriber
at it.
rate up.
Yeah,
that helped.
I didn't look at it after the open though, and it just recently broke out over 66, 65.
Yeah. Facebook plays, I just mentioned it. It's coming from Snap. The momentum is not Facebook. It's from Snap.
Nah, you're here, Han. What's up, Han? I see you, bro. What's up, man? Sorry, bro. Yeah, we're just not looking at the chat a lot of the time. We might be able to get to like one question when we look. It's always better to ask questions a little bit later on in the day, just because we're paying a little bit more attention to it than like first hour, I'd say.
Yep.
But what's up, chat? You can send me them, Han. I actually like the logo we have, brother. If you want to send me some like merchandise stuff, you can, bro. You know, I appreciate it.
Snap up almost 30% now. That's why I'm watching it.
Came for the plays, stayed for the chill music. I appreciate it. What about like how many indexes you guys watch? I mean, I watch some ETFs, mostly stocks, microchip sector, cannabis sector sometimes.
This is a penny stock, SONM. That's actually up 46% right now, almost 49%. It's above $1.
Alright, I just jumped in MU with 200 shares here. I'm going to look for a quick pop above the $0.50 level. It depends on if the SPY breaks this 278 level that it's been trying over and over again to break. Small position, but we'll see what we get with these 200 shares right now. I'm going to take profits fast if we get it. Again, we just like to see a break over that 43.50 level. SPY's edging up closer over this level, so it should be good for me here.
As a stock going big on biotech IMUX. Look for a potential squeeze into the afternoon. This one made a move aftermarket yesterday from 11 above 16, almost to $17. It's been fading ever since then. Starting to find the bottom there at 11. Could make a huge move up. It's not tradable for me, so I'm not going to really watch it. But just wanted to put it out there for you other traders.
Here goes the SPY test of that quadruple top up there. It broke it for a split second. It's pulling back a little bit now. This is the momentum I wanted to ride AMD into. I kind of wish I had a little bit more size, because I think this one's probably going to go up depending on what the SPY does here. If the SPY rejects here, we could get a quick, fast drop. So I got to play it safe though. But it's a small position regardless.
All right, riding that leg up to 16 and above. Let's see if we can get a nice little breakout to 1620s, 1610s. That's what I'll start snapping in there. Get it? Snapping in.
Snapping into snap. I'm going to jump in with another 200 shares, keep this one at 400 shares. I wanted a little bit bigger position, and I think if the SPY pushes up, this should push up as well, but I might be wrong. It's a small position relative to everything else, though, still. And with 400 shares now of MU.
All right, got one top made on the 5-minute chart at 1584s. I don't expect that one to hold. I expect it to break through 16s and then come back, but we'll see if it gets up there again.
And that way, with this bigger size, if it gets up to the $0.50, I can take off shares here, and then that way, I'm already profiting some in it already. I'm up about $17, and so gonna hold the last 200 if we get a much larger breakout over the 43.50 level, especially with this market push.
All right, guys, there's Pinterest trying for the highs. This one's moving with Snap and Facebook.
Here we go. Market breaking over that quadruple top. Still holding. Gonna get out quickly here. Right around a previous high. I'm gonna get out there. So not bad. $127 up on the day. We caught the market rip over that quadruple top that I was waiting for. So not too shabby. Still kind of grinding it up.
There is a stack at 1590s. Some sellers starting to get out. I think that stack, once it breaks through, it's going to push it through 16. But all those sellers coming into the market should bring them eventually the stock back to VWAP.
Maybe I could have held on to 43.60 on MU, but I'll take the win. So the next step for the market is to push up to 278.50 here. We're at 278.30s, and I think that's the next high that it actually formed, but it has a lot of confirmation in this level. Just to show you guys. This level right here is a big level in the SPY itself. Look at this. This level up here is now a pretty big level. Let me draw this out so you can see it. Look at that level. So we're testing it now, but look at all the confirmation here. We'll see if we break it, and if we break that, the next step is up here at these highs, 279 probably.
At DD, to answer your question, you talked about how does stock get good PR, hanging out at the PM high, then takes at the open. A lot of times that's going to be because there's the bigger time investors, bigger time frames. You got to always understand it's not just day traders in these games. A lot of the times there's longer term investors, and so what they're trying to do is they pull the stock back down towards the big order, the market maker, and he pulls it back towards that big order so that the big guy gets his fill and the smaller guy gets stopped out in between. All right, guys, trying up there to break 90s again here for Snap. I think we'll get through it and get to 16. That's why I'm not short right here. I'm waiting for the break of 16. Then I'll start getting interested. And the levels will be first off of 1624s. That's the next major resistance I see. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a second while we see Snap push through the 16. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I use on these streams, go check out TradeNet. This is what we use every single day. It's a funded account program. Lets me trade as much as I really want. That's what's really important to me. I don't want to be restricted if I want to go long or short. I want to trade stocks based strictly off my strategies, and that's what I really think TradeNet's really helping me with. It's giving me a cheap commissions, it gives me access to a chat room, plus a legit trading course, and all this for less than $400. Definitely makes sense risk and reward wise. If you're a new trader and you're trying to go ahead and get your feet wet in live trading and see that if you could make that money that you're making in paper, definitely go ahead and start getting those emotions rolling. We always recommend using a smaller account so you can limit the damage at first and keep trying. As you work your progress up, then you can size up and see your consistency turn into those profits. But really what you want to see first is that consistency happen. And that's what we think TradeNet can really help you with, that lower commissions and ability to short. And also that demo account helping you practice on the platform and getting ready for your live trading account. So if you guys want to go ahead and step up your level and get to that next level, check it out.
Yeah, for sure. And the way it works is it's kind of like a prop firm, and so it's like you pay for the package, and then there's a 70-30 profit split, and then once you're approved, that is, there's a 70-30 profit split with the base package, which is, again, like Mitch said, only $400, and then there's no PDT rule, so it's a profit split of 70-30, and then there's a $700 max loss, but you're only paying $399 for it right now, so you're getting a pretty good deal risk reward wise. You're being able to lose $700 while only paying $399, almost half that. And so I think in that regard, it's a really good deal that lets traders gain experience, like Mitch said. And there's the link in the chat if you want to check it out. It's $150 with the sizing I'm using. It's $150 per trade, K. It's $1.50 and $1.50 out, but it depends on the sizing you're using. Yeah, it's a cheap way to get around it for sure. Like I said, you gotta have reasonable expectations with it. Regardless of the size, it's very difficult to grow, you know, a $700 account. And so regardless of the size, it's very difficult. And so having reasonable expectations is important with it. But at the same time, you know, it's a really cheap way to gain experience. The most important thing for new traders in the beginning is just experience. Like getting that time in before you lose your account is key. And a lot of times traders jump in with just too big of sizing to where they don't gain the experience they need because they trade too big and lose their account early. And so the fact that you can trade like a cheap account that gives you a decent amount of size for you to gain that experience, and it comes with a course, demo account, access to a chat room, you can day trade with no PDT rule and short. I think that bundle makes a lot of sense for new traders. Certain people hate on them. It's mostly because trading's an emotional game, and you know, in the end, it's like people hate on them for whatever reason. But I think the options for new traders are very slim, and I think this is one of the best ones in my opinion. You know, obviously we have bias because we post referral links and make a commission from people signing up. But in the end, I think it's a really cheap way to get your feet wet without risking that much. You know. Those are trade ideas scanners, and you can use trade ideas too. Legit scanners, best scanners in trading in my opinion. Really customizable. You can use our promo code, get 15% off. Just to sell out really quick. Like I said, guys, we try to keep the stream the first hour. We try to keep the first hour of the stream pretty light in promotion. We just try to focus on trading, but we got to keep the lights on, and so, you know, we hope you'll help support us if you can. Sorry, my wife gave me a bundle of vitamins to take. You are the one who I am looking at on live. I was actually just about to post the live link into the Discord and be like, hey, Beta, check it out. Check us out. We're live right now. So yeah, you see me typing to you, Beta. Yeah, it's me right here. What's up, dude? I appreciate you giving me a heads up. He let me know of some spam in the chat. So thank you, sir, for doing the good work here, man. I appreciate it. There we go. All right, yeah. Yeah, you're talking to me. But yeah, thanks, bro. Alright, we'll see what we get. CGC has since pushed above the previous closing price. I'm watching that.
Macy's down underneath $5, man. I wish there was a Macy's bull that I could have messed with. There never was.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Macy's bulls anymore. It's just the retail space, especially with like Macy's and Dillard's and stuff like that. It's just struggling.
You know I've been pushing it. I think since November I've been like, yo, these retail stocks, they're just not doing it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Amazon's just taking them out for sure.
Yeah. All right, Snap, come up through 16 for me.
Yeah, I'm waiting on something to happen with the overall market, some type of volatility, but a little dull right now. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Marcus. Thank you, bro. Welcome, man. I appreciate it.
There you go.
We got so many people spamming. Listen, if you get something in our Discord that says that you have won a free cryptocurrency, please let me know, and so I can ban them. We already had somebody let me know, and so I just gotta ban these people. There's just a public Discord forum.
Yeah, they just like to hit us when we're trading.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just that like a lot of these are bots, you know. But it's like, dude, if somebody has to spam to get your attention, it's probably a scam. You know what I mean? Like, if you get, like, somebody just spamming stuff over and over again, or somebody that has to, like, go to somebody's Discord and, like, spam from Discord, that should immediately cause a lack of trust there, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not using the Tefs platform. I'm actually using Thinkorswim. I mean, I'm using Tefs to execute my trades, but I'm using Thinkorswim for my charting. GameStop?
Yeah, GameStop supposedly was up today because their stores that were open and doing curbside deliveries are matching their sales by 90%.
Nice.
Fluff.
100%, but, you know.
Fluff, man, fluff. The real reason GME is moving up is because of Michael Berry. That's why GME is moving up.
All right, I just took
big time investor. Sorry about that, John.
Oh no, you're good. I just took 200 shares of Uber here. It broke that low underneath the VWAP, and it might just fake me out, and I'll just get out of here. But we did break that low really, really quickly. It's just 200 shares, though. I'll let it test a little bit longer, but it's not looking great here. It's 300 shares. Man, I'm in bigger than I thought. Market's squeezing down, though, and so I think the market will eventually drag this one down, too, and we'll get the momentum move that I'm really looking for.
Yeah, VIX coming back pretty significantly there from a low.
Yeah, market just broke under VWAP, and so that should give me a downward squeeze here. It might take a little bit, but as long as we keep getting a rejection here, it should drag Uber down, which kind of looked like a fade. Luckily, I'm up enough to where I can let it work a little bit. I'm not going to be super loose with it here, and I'm going to get out if it squeezes up probably over 80. But what I'm looking for here is the market to reject off of the VWAP and come back down and break lows. That should drag everything else down and make it look weak enough for me to get the breakdown that I'm really looking for here. And if not, it's okay too.
Looks like I was able to at least nail MGM down there at the low. Not the ultimate low, but it only got to 22s and I got 26. LB, negative news.
Limited brands.
That might be Victoria's Secret news. LB halted on the way down.
Alright, so market's battling the VWAP here. My hand's over the cover button with Uber. But either way, regardless, I should be fine. There's the market. Let's break lows here and drag back down Uber. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's what I was waiting on. Let's break this low like I wanted. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Luke, thank you, man. Welcome, bro. Appreciate it. $75s. Like I said, we're looking at this level here for...
All right, I like JWN eventually. That one got 100,000 shares, the short at about 1680s. So I needed to come back to 75s. Yeah, BA. No, BA I think is going down at least to a farther level. I have a weekly chart on BA coming back down to 120s. That's where I think it can even come down to 90s, but I think 120 is definitely in play.
All right, there's a little bit of rejection there on the SPY. Watching the SPY pretty closely because that's influencing this one a lot, honestly. There's 75s. There we go.
And there was a big volume short there at an LB. That was in the last hour, there's been 2.3 million shares. And I can tell you, last time there was 2.3 million shares was way up there. So.
All right, so here's the breakdown in Uber here. We broke under 75. We're at 69 now, and if I can get down a little bit more, I'm going to take half off there, or over half. So I got out of over half there, was waiting for that move, and then I can hold the rest of this pretty close to break even, I would think. Up 140 on the day. I don't like that wick. I'm getting out early. So up 138.20 on the day. Only, made a little bit from it. I'll take it. Huge reversal on MU, man. Look at that thing. Whew, man, MU, last 5 minutes have just gotten hammered here. Big drop for MU. But yeah, not a bad day so far. We're grinding it up a little bit.
All right, guys, LB opening up there down towards 1080s. Remember, the big shorts were placed at 1135s, guys, and this thing is heading down really bad. LB. I don't know what hit it, man, but it's getting destroyed. Watch for the other retailers, guys. JWN starting to get hit there. Might try to scalp this. Yeah, I'm gonna try to scalp a little bit here if it pops to 50. Seeing these retailers get hit because of the big down move there. Look for retailers that are up or above VWAP, and then you could really nail those. A bunch of them are getting hit because of this. ANF, Urban, AEO leading my downside, guys. There's a reason why they're leading my downside.
All right, guys. So if the market rips underneath this level here, it might get more interesting.
KSS heading down big there.
But yeah, if the market rips underneath this in the SPY under this 277.50 level, and then starts to kind of creep down to these lows here at 277 roughly, then we might get a big momentum downturn on a lot of these stocks here. And so that's really what I'm looking at. Again, this 277.50 level, it's kind of breaking right now as we look at it. That's when I'm going to start looking for some other momentum downturns. I would look at AMD, but it's just down big already. And so I might look back into Uber here. To see if it follows this one down some. It is around these lows. I'm going to take 200 shares of Uber here. And to see if we can get a drop to follow the SPY down here. And if not, you know, it's a very small position and I'm up a ton on the day already. So just to show you guys, here's Uber. It's going to depend on what the market does, whether the market follows down or not.
Oof, apparel's doing really bad. Lululemon getting hit hard, man. Might trade that one. That one's expensive. Getting hit hard there.
It's
Look for
expensive.
a fade on that one.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's got a big range though, man. Big range, big spread.
Huge range. Huge
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah. It's a
You
no-go.
need to
for me.
risk 60 cents on that one for it to make sense.
Yeah. It's a no-go. It's just too big of a spread, too risky. Too low a liquidity,
Yeah.
honestly.
Hey guys, I'm gonna start running through some tickers. The reason why I pulled up the apparel store. Kind of, this is the index. Look how bad it turned. That index went way down.
Alright, we're testing the 75 level with the Uber. And so I'm going to let it work up until that 80 level that we talked about earlier.
American Eagles getting destroyed.
And I'm probably going to get out here. I could just see this hitting 80. The market's actually squeezing back up some to 277.90s. So very choppy day in the market. But still up 120 on the day. And we'll see what else we can find. Hey Fuse, listen man, it's only 11 o'clock market time, brother, and usually I honestly do a little bit better later on in the day. And like I said, my P&L and results in the last 3 months have confirmed that a little bit. And so I guess the key lesson here is that everybody's a little bit different. Some people are going to trade better later on in the morning. Some people are going to trade better early in the morning. It doesn't necessarily just mean that it's universal where everybody's going to do bad. And so I appreciate you looking out. But like I said, we've been trading a long time, man. So, you know, we know what works for each other, you know, so to speak. We know what works for us.
And what a downturn for retail. Every single one of them getting destroyed right now.
Yeah, the SPY itself is just choppy. I'm going to wait for this level here, this 2760 level to break down here in the Uber maybe. Or if the market takes a quick downturn, I'll short back into some of these. But we just need some momentum moves. Like I said with the SPY, guys, this is the big level with it right now. And so we break this level, I might short back into Uber. Yeah, we're breaking it. So I'm going to jump in tiny shares here, another 200 shares. We'll see what happens. That's cool. Alright, we'll see if we get a big downward turn in the SPY. Kind of on the stream, troublemaker. You know.
Sorry.
Oh man, LV now down to 960s.
My back hurts now.
Carol's back.
Hi.
banned from talking about anything political now.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, should have jumped short on JWN. Things been crashing.
Yeah. Market big pop back up. I'll probably have to get out of here on this one. I'll hold it a little bit longer though.
Love that laugh that you just did.
Huh. Ha ha ha.
Man, KSS destroyed. LB destroyed.
Yeah, we got faked out here on the SPY. We'll see what else happens.
This is one that I was looking for a potential short today. And it's tips.
Yeah, I got you up if you want to show it.
Yeah. Trying to see if it's going to get momentum. This is a luxury stock that should be getting destroyed.
Yeah, I might hang it up for the day though. We'll see. Market's kind of sideways now. Maybe Fuse is right, but usually I don't do too bad. It's still not quite lunchtime yet, and so. But yeah, up $100 on the day. Not too bad. I don't mind earnings season. We usually get some volatility during earnings season.
If I could get a bounce to view at, I'll definitely short TIFF.
Does Instacart, is that a publicly traded?
No. Is Instacart publicly traded? I don't think so, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
They're great.
Yeah.
I've been appreciating Instacart here.
Yeah, they're not bad for sure. They got some cool stuff.
Yep. Amazon Fresh.
Instacart is.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, Instacart's where we ordered the food from.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good company idea, especially right now.
I know what everything is. You know? Yeah.
Look at these bottles of water. I thought that they were little packs because it said 21 bottles.
Dang,
Turns
man.
out they're huge. So, and it said I could get 5 packs, but I thought that they were little bottles.
Carol Bazes. You want to see all this food Carol just bought, man? Look at this.
I'm serious. I really thought that these were small water bottle packs.
Let me show you guys this. Look at this. Look at that. That's what Carol just bought. Unnecessary. Unnecessary, man. That's what Carol just bought. Unnecessary.
No, I'm serious. So the water bottle, it
It's
said
Tiff's.
that it was a 21 bottle pack. So I'm thinking that they're like the. I didn't know. I couldn't tell if they were either 8 ounce or 16 ounce. I thought they were just regular. And like usually I don't get bottled water every time I order food. Basically, it's just when we're starting to kind of run low. So and they said it was a 5-pack max or 5-pack. It was 5-pack max purchase.
Does she trade too, or is she your mentor? She's my guru. She drives a Lamborghini, I don't. You know. I am just the hold on. I'm nailing a little trade on AMD here.
Yeah. This TIFFs is getting destroyed also. Now down from when I started looking at it, it's about 40 cents, and it only was a risk up to 20 cents. So it's looking like that one's coming down also.
All right, sorry. I'm in a little trade on AMD here, just so you guys can see it. There's a nice little breakdown. I'm gonna take half off here. All right, baby. Look, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, and so I need you to sit down and do this. If you see this stock, if you see AMD go over this level right here, okay, 83, I want you to hit buy right here. Don't mess with anything else. If you see it go over 83 right there, click buy to get out of the position. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right, I gotta go to the
So
restroom, guys.
if it goes over 83.
If it goes up above 83, if it goes over 54.83, click buy right there. Make sure you hit P and then click buy. All right.
Okay.
All right. Carol's gonna hold down. I'm going to the bathroom.
Here, could you grab my phone real quick?
Alright guys, Expedia up today. That's EXPE.
Wait, you didn't leave the screen. Is it right here?
Look at Tess.
Here, type
Tiffs.
in MU.
Tiff's getting destroyed, guys.
AMD. No, AMD.
Oh.
Alright, look, you see this line right there? That's it. That's the level. Okay, just watch that line. Click buy if it goes over here. Here's your headphone.
Okay.
Man, luxury goods starting to get hit hard here. Basso getting hit. Tiffany's getting hit. Man.
What did I just do? Oh, jeez. Y'all help me. What did I do? Okay, I could still see it. Here, never mind. Hey, John. I accidentally... Okay, never mind. I think I have Mitch on here. I don't know. I still see it though.
What?
I was trying to pull up this screen.
Here.
Here, it's.
I'm done. Here, watch it.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I accidentally minimized. I thought I was messing with this screen, but then it was that screen.
Alright.
It came up close though, but it didn't.
You see the level though. Like I said, that 5483 level. Look at it confirm that level a bunch. So that level's a legit level, as you can see there. You guys see why I gave it that level, because that level actually confirmed 3 times already. Yeah, she did alright. But you see how accurate that level was, though, really. Like, look at this level, man. Look at that level. This is the level I gave her, right here. Look how confirmed that level is, man. That's a solid level. That's good support and resistance understanding right there. We're still testing it. It's still respecting the level, as you guys can see. Nah, she's good. It's only 100 shares. There's only a small amount of stuff she could screw up with 100 shares, unless she like added 1,000 on accident and just didn't tell me about it, which is plausible. I mean, it could happen. Anyone's gonna get lost if they start using John's setup. Yeah, probably right, man. I got a lot of monitors too. It's not just this one monitor, man. I got monitor here, monitor here. They're all big monitors too. Like this one's a 34-inch ultra wide that y'all see right here, and it's you really like you could see about half of the screen. Like there's another half to the screen that you guys see here, and then I got a 27-inch, 27-inch, and so I got a lot of movement here on my computer. It's my work computer, man. I'm starting to see an upward ascending trend line though. I'm not really liking this here. I'm out. There's the squeeze. That's the squeeze I wanted to avoid, so luckily I was able to still profit from it. Now I got 3 screens. So you can see why I got out there. Look at the breakout. Which is what I've said before, like being a long trader or a short bias trader helps you in the opposing direction. Like if you only short, you know where the squeeze ups are going to happen and vice versa, right? So it's like, how did I predict this squeeze up right here? Why do you think I got out right there? Because look at that big momentum move. Look at the volume come in right when it breaks my level. That's technical analysis. And the reason I knew is because it confirmed that level 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Same level. And so once it broke that level, we got a nice volume spike and we got a nice little breakout above there. And that's why I got out what I did. Was able to save a lot of money by getting out there too. Luckily I was here though because that breakout happened fast. Yeah, probably right, Joe. Well, it's definitely time. If it's a good long setup, it was definitely time to get out of my short setup for sure.
How did I do?
I mean, you didn't screw anything up. You did good, you know. You did good. I'm gonna jump in MU with 200 shares here. This will probably be my last position. Market squeezing up. This should theoretically pull MU up with it, where I can make 10-15 cents from it, up to the $0.50 ideally. Market squeezing up, which, like I said, theoretically should pull. I'm in MU now, not AMD. Same sector though, both microchip. It was a short setup, man. I was going short right there. That's why I told her to get out. And just to put it into perspective, I had already made money from it. I had already taken profits, and that's kind of why I let her control it. It's because I'd already taken profits. You can't really screw it up much when you already take profits like that. And so that's why I let her have it. It's just because I had already made my money from it, and I was just holding 100 shares left. But yeah, it was a short setup. I'm just scalping, what you see me do right here. Market ripping up, like I said, should drag MU up. When theory goes into action, we'll see if this one works. Big squeeze down. Maybe I should have taken profits into there. It just depends on what the market does here. Somebody sold a big position in MU here, though. Okay, I think the market should drag this one up, but it's weird. It's trending away from the market, which is strange. At this point, at least. I'm going to get out here. Not risk anymore. I lost $14, so it'll be alright. At one point, Carol was like, "Oh no, what did I do?" And her face got really close to the camera. I bet, man. I bet. You know.
Wait, what?
Somebody said at one point, you were like, "Oh no," and your face got really close to the camera.
I was like kind of panicking low key because I know that I'm supposed to be looking at something.
All you did was just accidentally minimize the chart.
Yeah.
All you had to do is go to the chart here and just select it.
See,
and
I
bring it back
saw
up.
that.
That's all you got to do.
I saw that, but then I think I clicked the wrong one. I think I ended up clicking Mitch's one up.
Oh, well, you can put Mitch up. It's alright. Yeah, SPY's pulling up. We're still in a very sideways range today, so I'm surprised I'm up as much as I am. the real level, and the real reason I'm still on is because if the SPY breaks highs, I might take some longs on SPY high the day breaks. Yo, Mitch, you there, bro? What happened to Mitch? Market's just very sideways though, guys. I'm gonna jump in with 300 shares of MU. This will be my last trade, certainly. See if we get a squeeze above the VWAP, and if the market starts to run with it, and if not, I'm just gonna get out. Maybe I'm getting a little bit overzealous here. I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna get out here. I might trade some more. We'll see off stream. And so if I do, I'll let you guys know. But oh yeah, yesterday I did post my trades I got in after the stream on Instagram, and so y'all go check out my Instagram. Let me find the link. Here, you can check out my trades from the stream yesterday right here. So I'm gonna copy this link, and then I'm gonna post it so you guys can see it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. If I do trade, I'll post about it in our Discord, and then I'll also post it on our Instagram. So make sure to go follow me on our Instagram. We've got a lot of really easy to understand strats on our Instagram. It's called Unique Trading Patterns. It's a really dope Instagram. Go follow us there. Also, guys, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link, and you can check it out. Really easy way to get started. There's no PDT rule with our platform. It is a cheap way for you to day trade with no PDT rule, and the way it works is kind of like a prop firm. And so there's a 70-30 profit split with the base package, which is $399. And then there's a max loss of $700, and I think those are very favorable for a new trader looking to learn for cheap. You get $14,000 to trade with once you're approved for basically $400, and it comes with a course, demo account, access to a chat room, and I just think that's a much cheaper option for a new trader to get started. To be fair, I think most traders are going to lose these accounts as well, because most new traders just lose. But it's a lot cheaper to lose this account, and it's a great way to help support our channel. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Also, guys, go check out our website. We got a really dope website called beginnertrading.net. And, you know, we got strategy breakdowns, reviews, and a lot of cool stuff on our website. I designed it all myself, and so check it out. Here's the link for that as well. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We have like a strategy section of this website where you can go to the strategy section, go to the short patterns, take a look at that and see all the different strategies we use with different breakdowns on why we use them, how we use them. We got free trading course, so we got tons, and look at all these classes, guys. I'm going to go through this quick, but look at this. Look at all these classes. A lot of good free content, guys. You can also find these classes on our YouTube channel, and I'll post that here as well. But yeah, up 76 bucks. Like I said, I might trade a little bit more. I just got to get into my zone a little bit because I actually do pretty good later on in the day. But yeah, there's the link to that if you want to check that out. Yesterday was a really solid day. We'll see if I can put in some big gains. Honestly, I'd really like to get over this $3,000 mark in profit. I think I've been struggling there a little bit, and so we'll see what we can do. Like I said, if I do trade after the stream today, I will post it to our Instagram and our Discord, and so if you want to watch it, check that out. Follow us. Here's our Discord link if you want that as well. Let me find it. Here's our Discord link if you want to follow us along there. And with that said, good luck. Hopefully I can rebound a little bit more. I'd like to get my P&L up to about $200 today. But again, it's way easier for me to do that off stream, and so that's what I'm going to try to do. Just because, and again, guys, we don't sell anything. I'm not an expert. It's easier to trade off stream, certainly, instead of having hundreds of people watching. And so that's what I'm going to do. I did a lot better yesterday as well after the stream. But, you know, you guys see I'm still ending up green, even though a smaller amount. That last trade on Uber hurt me, I guess. But this is my P&L on the day, so it's been a pretty solid day. And we'll see if we can come back a little bit from that last loss there. But yeah, good luck, guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you guys next time. Remember to hit the subscribe and like button. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.